What's up, Tamiya addicts? It's a beautiful sunny day here in West Sussex. It's Sunday, it's my day off. The sea is flat, the sky is blue, there's no clouds. And you know what? I'm spending the day inside building the MF 01X chassis for the Poor Boys RC Speedrun Challenge. So stay tuned and watch what we do. Okay, so I am not doing a step-by-step guide of how to build this thing. I'm sure you wouldn't want to watch that. There's other channels who have probably done it anyway. So I'm just going to give you some observations as I go through this. So I'll jump in and out of it. One of the first things you've got to do is decide your wheelbase. So short, medium or long. And this is a long wheelbase. So we're going for this one down here. And we're going to run it ground clearance as low because this is going to be a speedrun car. So we want it low to the ground. So we're deciding to do long wheelbase and low ground clearance. So as with this Tamiya instruction, they start off with bag A, then go on to bag B, bag C and bag D. So you're not dipping in to each other bag for parts of the build and stuff like that. So yeah, simple stuff. Already put stage 3 together, so we're going to move on to stage 4 in a second. I've heard someone say they built this in 4 hours. It is slightly different to what I've built in the before, but it shouldn't be a problem. We have experience of building cars. So yeah, stick with us, see how we get along, and I'll point out anything that you need to know about. One of the first things I'm noticing, they give you 2 pots of grease, or little tubs of grease, and already on page 1 I've practically used a whole tube of it, just doing the gears and stuff. So be mindful if you're doing one of these that you need lots of grease for this. So we're at the stage of putting the electronic gear together, the servo, to get this steering sorted out. So I've just gone with a cheap core RC servo, so that cost about 10 quid. And then we've got a Hobbywing 1060 speed controller. Again, not very expensive. And we are going to be using a Carson transmitter and receiver that we have taken out of the TTO2 speedrun project that we're doing at the moment. So originally that sat in my Hornet. It was the first bit of radio gear I got. So we are cannibalizing some bits from elsewhere for this car. Just trying to keep the cost down because I'm working on my speedrun car, TTO2 as well. And yeah, that's a project that's in the background on hold at the moment. And once we've built all this up and got some runs, we might do some stuff with the TTO2, which you can see in other videos. So now, time to sort the steering out. We've just finished doing bag A, and we're moving on to bag B. So at the end of bag A, you have completed these 2 bits. So the gearbox and your steering section, or half of it. And then step 12 is making more gears, so more grease. So that's what I'm left over with from bag A. You'll see the plastic bushings because I'm using metal bearings in there as well. One of the things I found a little bit annoying was the screw that goes into the servo. So on the recommendations, obviously the instructions sort of tell you to use this BA7 screw. That didn't hold at all, just kept on coming out. Also with these instructions here, it is one of 2 sort of choices, depending on whether you're using the Tamiya TSU03 servo or another servo. So you have to decide which screws you are using, and if you're going to use these things here, height adjusters as well, which I haven't done because the servo seems to be the same size as this Tamiya one they're talking about. But we'll see. Hopefully I won't have to rebuild stuff. But yeah, it's all going well so far. Right then, we've assembled the front section of the chassis, and now we're at the point on step 16 where you have to decide the wheelbase. So like I said earlier, we're going to go with a long wheelbase, so we need to skip those 2 pages and follow the long wheelbase section where you're going to build a slightly longer mid bit where you're going to attach the 2 ends together. Well, we've done bag B, we're coming up to bag C now, and this is what we're left with. So we've got the drive shaft installed and the front and rear end both attached by that link bit in the middle. Just one thing to point out, I bought the metal bearing set, and at this stage it asked for 4 bearings, but for some reason I had 2 of one kind, 2 of another, both sort of similar sized. 2 of them had a little outer edge to it, which I've put on the end bit here. So I've used the plastic part, they've asked the B2 part there, and then just the metal bearing with the outer rim on it there. Hopefully that's right. But yeah, just a decision I had to make. And yeah, we're on to that bit now, all attached, all together, and on to coming up to, yeah, bag C, so which is step 19. As we work our way through this, I think we'll have it done pretty soon. Not much more left to do, shots and that sort of stuff. But hey ho, off we go. Well, bag C is done and we're moving on to bag D. So bag C was all about the rear end here, and I'm just noticing this side seems very loose compared to this side. I don't know if I've done something wrong. Don't think I've done anything wrong, but very, very loose. Very, very loose. We will see as it goes along. That is it, pretty much done. Just got to put on the wheels, obviously, and then the body shell, and we'll show you its finished look. Just a couple of things though with this chassis. It just seems cheap. You know, I know it was only 130 quid. But I feel like you can tell it's 130 quid compared to some other chassis and stuff. There's lots of wobbly bits. You know, I prefer it nice and tight. The shocks are not shocks, they're just pogo sticks. That one looks bent to me at the front. I don't know if that's sitting right or something, but the wires, so the speed controller, I had to put it this way because those wires there, they only just reach from the motor. So yeah, I even thought about trying to put it there, but it doesn't fit. The receiver goes there. I've used Velcro to stick these down because I'll be taking them out and probably using them in a different car. But yeah, can't say I'm a particular fan of this at the moment. I mean, it's all wired up, ready to go. So I think I've got it all wired up correctly. When I push forward, the wheels spin forward. But yeah, let's get some tyres on it and the body shell. And this is it. This is the final product. It's got foam tyres on. It's not got its stock tyres on. What we'll probably do though is do a stock tyre run just to see what speed we get. So everything about it is stock apart from the bearings that are in there. So we'll do a stock run speed to see where we start with, and then we'll start tinkering with things, changing the tires, changing the pinions. I haven't got much to give on this project, to be honest. I don't really like this chassis too much. Like I said, it just feels a little bit cheap, but we'll see what we do. Just to get our name on the board is what we're after in this challenge. But okay, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? I think as a car, not turned out too bad. So yeah, I will take it out for a run soon and we'll see what speeds it can get doing. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.